They push, we push. Every once in a while, we push hard enough that the light breaks through the clouds and a world beyond the war glimmers. Behind every gun sight is a human being. We are those people.
Promise me that you'll get me back in one piece.
Okay, I promise.
Come on!
You may find you're out there all alone. You know that.
You can never stop the progress of machines!
If history only remembers 1 in 1,000 of us, then that future will be filled with stories of who we were and what we did. But until that day comes, we will stand. We will look death in the eye, and we will fight.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the new Battlefield 1 single-player campaign trailer. Hello everybody, my name is James Games, and today I'll actually be breaking down the trailer, seeing what's in it, and confirming things or even disproving some things that have been brought up or that people are saying. So let's get right into it. Let's go straight to the beginning. Alright, so at first you'll see here... Wait a minute. Wait. Okay. Hold on. Play that back one more time, will you? Stop. Right there. That is a beautiful, beautiful dab. I mean, look at him. His arm placement, his other arm placement, it's totally, totally a dab. Alright, I'm sorry about that. Let's move on. Now, I don't know about you this time, but for me, the first couple of times I watched it, I couldn't hear but this. Alright, now I might be going over a little over the top for this one, but that's honestly what I heard the first couple of times I watched it. I'm sorry, let's just move on.
They push.
So here, it looks like we'll be able to use improvised weapons such as rocks, hands, even maybe pick up like a stick or something on the ground and use it in the single player, or maybe that's just for cinematics. We don't know yet, but Battlefield did mention that they did have to change quite a bit the original melee system. And so that could just be meaning that they had to change some stuff, or it could mean that they had to change a lot.
Breaks through the clouds and a world beyond the war glimmers. Behind every gun sight is a human being. We are those people.
I believe this is an Australian soldier, which would make sense because they did fight in World War I. Now, I believe that you'll be able to play as the Australians in the Battlefield 1 campaign, which would be, in my opinion, really cool.
Promise me that you'll get me back in one piece.
Okay, I promise.
Come on!
So it looks like to me here, personally, is that these two guys right here on screen are brothers, but I'm not entirely sure about that. It sounds like he yells brother when they're in the next scene that you're about to see, but what I'm questioning is why is he trying to kill him? Now it looks like he's wounded on the ground there, but it couldn't be something else. It could be that he ratted something out or he said something he wasn't supposed to the German army, but we don't know that. So we're just going to have to wait for the campaign to roll over and find out why his brother or his friend is trying to kill him.
You're out there all alone. You know that.
You can never stop the progress of machines!
In case you guys were wondering, I was wondering, what the heck causes that huge explosion? It's this car right here. This was something I just found interesting, not anything important to the story or the single-player campaign at all or anything, but if you look on the right side of his face, you can see a little cut there, And then when she goes to punch him right here, there is no cut on the right side of his face, so this punching scene is right before the other one. And since you guys saw the last slow-mo clip, you guys are probably wondering as well as I am what she is holding. It could be a Quran, it could be something else, I'm not entirely sure there. Sorry. In this clip, it looks like we'll be able to see railguns and stuff appearing in the actual campaign. We might have to blow them up, we might have to avoid them, who knows? We don't know until the game actually comes out.
If history only remembers 1 in 1,000 of us, then that future will be filled with stories of who we were and what we did. But until that day comes...
So it looks like here in the river of London, I don't know if that's what you call it, but it looks like the HMS Hood is right there, which was a cruiser ship that they made in World War I.
We will stand. We will look death in the...
So we don't know who this guy is or what exact nation he's from, but it looks like he might have one of those like sniper helmets that Jack Frags was talking about. And he might be a sniper, but we don't know that. I want to know more about this character, but we can't know until the campaign actually comes out.
And we will fight.
So it looks like we'll be participating in some naval warfare in the actual campaign. Now, I don't know if it's going to be like the Battlefield 4 gameplay where you were just fighting on the ship, or you'll actually have to be the ship and like fire back and forth at each other. That might be something interesting in the new Battlefield 1. So that explosion right there, that could be actually one of three things. So one, it might be a grenade going off and there's just a timed bullet tracer going by, like right there. Two, it might be a rocket. Or three, it might be like a grenade that they would put on the end of their guns. I don't know. It's something that I wouldn't know until the campaign actually comes out. Now, there's some speculation whether the plane that they were chasing right here was the Red Baron or not. Looking at the actual picture of the Red Baron, I'm going to say it's not. So, sorry about that. So this part where the two guys are flying the airplane and they're getting pictures, we don't know if that's going to be actually in the campaign or not. I mean, obviously it's going to be some part of the campaign, but we don't know if you'll have to fly over and take pictures like this, or you'll have to fly the plane, navigate through the parts, and try to survive. We're not entirely sure about that yet, so hold on to your seatbelts. In the background here, you can see a burning Zeppelin. So this part where he's punching the guy on the bridge, it could be at an airport or something. So I'm going to go over this very quickly. So it looks like in here you're in a tunnel or something, and you'll be facing off a flamethrower dude. And then right here, he's shooting some guy that's on fire. It doesn't look like he has anything on him, but that explosion that he causes by just a couple of gunshots to him would have to mean that A, he's on fire because he's got fuel on him, or B, it's just something we can't see very well in the clip, and he's got like a gas tank or something on his back, and you shoot it, and then he explodes, which will be a very cool mechanic in the campaign. And as we can see, the biplane is coming in through like the trenches and like the desolate warfare and taking out everybody. But what's interesting right here is that there's some footage of a guy on the ground, I think in the same area. So this could mean one of two things. Either A, is that you'll actually, like, two of the characters will actually meet up in the story, two of the different playable characters, or B, is that once you're going over the trenches, what will happen is your plane will be taken down and you have to fight on the ground, which might be pretty interesting. And right here we have the tank, which you'll play as the driver as, and then right here we have the gunner guy, it looked like, with the mask that I was talking about earlier. Now right here it looks like they're in the same environment, kind of like the green European lush hills area. And so that could mean that these two characters meet up in the storyline, which would be pretty interesting to see. So this end clip right here, there's some speculation about, which I'll get into in a second, but I have a story to tell because it's actually about this end clip. So during World War I, a soldier named Henry Tandy was on the battlefield, and then he notices a young German soldier. And he's about to kill the young German soldier, but then ends up sparing his life, and the young German soldier runs into the woods. And that young German soldier was actually Hitler, of all people on the battlefield. Now, that story, I believe, is true, but I don't think that this applies here to this end clip, because one of two reasons. One is that Henry Tandy was a white British soldier, and the guy on the right here, the soldier right here, he is not a white guy, let's just say. And also, the other reason is because the German soldier on the left does not have that typical Hitler stash, and Hitler did actually still have quite a bushy mustache at his young age when he was in World War I. So I don't think that's him. But yeah, that about sums it up. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button, and I'll be doing more videos like this, more trailer breakdowns in the future as more and more games come out. And this one looks really good. I'm excited about it. I'm probably going to pre-order, but I mean, I don't have a lot of money to just be throwing around. But this game does look really awesome, and I'll definitely be watching the gameplay of it, and I'll be very excited when it comes out. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of James Games. I'm out.